Hey y'all! Sorry, I was waiting for my teleprompter to catch up because if I had one, I'd be reading directly off it, but I don't. It's just me, Brad Reynolds, back again with yet another quick video. Now this week's one is why all of these Oracle and Amazon and Silicon Valley type companies are relocating out of California for some sweet old Southern charm down south. Now we've done a number of videos on Oracle and Amazon. You're gonna wanna check those out after this one wraps up. So stay tuned, we're gonna jump into it right now. So why are these big tech companies moving here? Is it because they love Nashville hot chicken? Yes, it's wonderful, but probably not the reason. Is it because they love Broadway and all the honky tonks down there? Yes, it's probably a reason, but probably not the reason. Maybe they want to run into a local country music superstar. Again, all three great reasons, but probably not why. So I'll tell you why. First, cost of living. Now, while Nashville is nowhere near as cheap as it used to be, keep in mind when I first moved here, my rent was $500 a month for a 1-bedroom and a 4-bedroom house in East Nashville. Fantastic times. But it's no longer 2009.
2009 no more.
Now, while Nashville has exploded in all ways, price, rent, homes, everything in recent years, it is still nowhere near as expensive as Silicon Valley and San Francisco. Any list that you're gonna find is gonna have San Francisco typically about second, only usually behind New York City in terms of how expensive it is. Nashville is usually kind of middle of the road. We're definitely not the cheapest. We're definitely nowhere as cheap as we were, but we're sure as heck not that. So many of these folks, when they come out here, think, holy heck, this is insane. For $500,000 or $1 million back home, I could get a shoebox. Out here, I can get an actual house, and for $1 million, you can get a lot. So remember, cost of living is a big reason why these people are coming here. Next, the culture. Look, Nashville is so much more than country music. It's a big part of our identity, but not all of it. Healthcare and tourism and Southern hospitality, yes, that's a real thing. The amount of people I work with who are from other parts of the country that say, Brad, you know how you told me that Southern hospitality was big? It really is. People truly care. They want to understand who you are, where you're living, what's going on in your life, how they can help you and your family. So like I said at the start, the charm of Nashville is hard to beat, and it's a big reason folks are coming here. Next, location-wise. When it comes to accessibility, Nashville could not be located in a better spot. When you look at things like hurricanes, we're a little bit too far inland for those. When you look at things like tornadoes, we're a little bit too far east for those. When you look at things like a quick flight to New York City, it's 2 hours. Quick flight to LA for a meeting, it's 3. When you think about our location in the country, it's truly phenomenal. Now, when you look at the makeup of the city, folks complain about traffic all the time, but honestly, have you been to New York before? Have you been to LA or Chicago or Los Angeles? We're not that hard to get around. So when you combine our location in the country, our relative size, our ease of transportation in town and out of town, Nashville's a great place to be. Moving along, next is the talent pool. Nashville has been known as the Athens of the South for a long time. We've got a lot of great schools and universities close by, chief among them MTSU, Tennessee State, Belmont, Lipscomb, Trevecca Nazarene, and Vanderbilt, the best one by far. And so many of these kids, when they graduate school, want to stay in town. Think about so many of the big schools around the country. When the kids graduate, they leave and they're never coming back, and you might see them for an every now and then alumni event. Not here in town, they stay in town. Additionally, all of the inbound migration from so many of the cities we've talked about so often in so many videos. And then lastly, so much of the talent in town. Nashville is truly a very entrepreneurial city. I grew up in a big banking city, Charlotte, North Carolina. I loved it. But so many of my friends' parents worked in corporate settings. Nothing wrong with that. Here in town, so many people you meet have started companies, are artistic, are musical, and are doing things that you rarely see in other parts of the country. So when you put all that together, it makes Nashville a special place that you've got to be. Lastly, the tax and corporate incentive structure. Now, sometimes it feels like a race to the bottom when you think about the cities we're competing against, Raleigh and Charlotte and Austin and Tampa for corporate relocations. But when you take into account all these other things that we have, it's the deciding factor many times. You'll hear people like Oracle or Amazon talk about it wasn't just the corporate incentives, because typically they're about the same. It was the combination of everything else we've talked about, the livability, the walkability, the great neighborhoods. Additionally, chief among those, we have no state income tax. Everybody knows it. There's a reason Texas, Tennessee, and Florida have led the nation consistently for growth. And that has helped Nashville grow. And who wouldn't want those things? Who wouldn't, whether you're a corporation or individual, want to come to a state where you get to keep more of your money and have a better, higher paying job? It's why folks are coming here, and you should too. As we wrap up, tech companies want to be here, and you should want to be here too. We've got friendly people. We've got great tax incentives. We have no state income tax. We have wonderful things to see and do, people to meet, places to go, great restaurants to eat at. So if you're one of those amazing folks at Oracle, at Amazon, at somewhere else, or anybody watching this video, I would love to be your agent. With 16 years in the real estate game, 12 in brokerage, and 16 as an investor, I know it better than almost anyone. So call me today. Our contact info is below. As always, think Nashville, think Brad. Hit that subscribe button, leave us a comment, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.